Good morning, people. This is going to be a battery replacement on my remote for my Kymco AK550. I'm sure there's other videos on how to do it properly. There's going to be a couple mistakes that I made here. This is the battery, the 2450. I looked in the book. I couldn't find it or any instructions. So I did look up YouTube. I did see somebody that started off with a screwdriver. And I went ahead and just got the battery number, and I didn't watch the rest of the video because a bunch of music was in there. So here's my version of it, not knowing how to replace this. So it's more of what not to do. So I've got my stuff on the key, take those off, my remote and stuff. Turns out there's like a plastic cover around the whole key, except for like 10% on the back. So we'll go ahead and pull that off. It's kind of like a hard plastic, but it stretches a little bit. On my vibration sensor, I was trying to use that plastic piece there to open it. I end up using it later. But start off with the screwdriver, flathead. I like to be real careful with plastic if I can help it, because it tends to break on me. And I'll show you where I almost broke something here in a second here. I've got this on 2x speed, obviously. I've got a little piece of styrofoam on my left hand there, if that's bothering you as to what that is there. So there's an inner casing here, and this is where I kind of messed up. I started prying these little tabs out. There's 4 on each side. I wouldn't recommend that. You just push straight up on these. They're hardly attached. So if you push straight up on them, you won't break them. And if you push straight up on all 4, by the time you get to the 3rd or 4th one, it'll pop off completely. And there it's coming off. And there's the battery. It's got a plus sign on it, so it's pretty hard to make a mistake on that. It just slides in and out. And you see that plastic tab there to the right piece. That's going to be something I forgot to put on later. Ordered these on Amazon. I think it was like $2.50, these batteries, for one battery. Plus, you know, that includes shipping. That's amazing. So I'm in the U.S. Maybe it's like they're doing that as a loss leader. Get you to buy other stuff. But pretty good deal. Less than $3 for it delivered to my house. It's crazy. So with this inflation going on, sometimes you get a good deal. So now I'm sliding the battery back in. So far, no issues. Sandwich the inner pieces first. There's where I kind of bent the tab. I'm kind of trying to show you that. I didn't break it, but it did bend. It just snaps together. It's on there very lightly. It's not a real secure little clamshell there. So everything's back together, except just tested the battery before I pinched it together. Unfortunately, I left that little plastic tab off. So I get it all the way back together, and I realize, hey, there's something's missing here. And you can't really, at least you can't really put it back on once you've sandwiched the clamshell together. So I had to take it apart again, at least the outer clamshell. There I am trying to make it go in. So I'm going to take the clamshell apart, the outer clamshell, putting that tab in, and now I'm going to hold it with my forefinger, my index finger, so it's in place. And everything goes back as long as I hold that in place. And it goes back together. No problems. Test the battery again. And I appreciate you watching. Hope you learned something from it. Thank you. Bye-bye.